as someone who was the vice president of marketing for a $200 million company, here's how I would do things differently. While I get ready, I would not put my worth into my job or my salary. And I know that is so much easier said than done, because that is how we create a hierarchy, right? In this world, we walk up and we're like, what do you do? And immediately we're trying to figure out who is above the other person in the world. The second thing I would have changed would be the fact that I went into these companies like just blindly trusting these leaders, which is so stupid and naive of me, except I was very young. So I got my VP of marketing job. This is a nose ring. I got my VP of marketing job when I was 30 years old. And I just thought that this was the greatest thing ever, right? I told everyone, I was like, wow, I made it. This is great, blah, blah, blah. And those men were some of the worst men I've ever met. And I remember going through some situations, and someone that I had reached out to and talked to about it, that was someone that I looked up in the corporate world, told me, you need to be writing these down and you need to be documenting everything that's happening to you, because what's happening to you is illegal. And the thing is, in the beginning, that didn't occur to me, right? In the beginning, what they were doing to me was something that I actually didn't want to share about, because I was embarrassed. I was embarrassed about it because I thought, no one's going to believe me. I'm just a young female. No one's going to believe me. But the thing is, that friend that I talked to, she did believe me, and she helped me a lot. So I would write everything down, every microaggression, everything that happened to me that should not have happened to me in corporate America. Write it down. Write it down and email it to yourself or email it to someone else that is going to believe you, because you need to have the notes and you need to have the fact that it happened documented during the time that it happened, so it cannot be used against you to say that you created a story out of nothing. The third thing I would never do again: overpromise and underdeliver. And I don't mean it like that. I mean that in my job for marketing, I always will do everything it takes to be successful. But the thing is that in corporate, less is more. And I always gave more. And I'll give you a great example of this. We hired some hotshot marketing agency. This guy that treated me like complete shit, but don't worry, he was friends with the CFO. He was incredibly condescending to me in these emails, and I did not like the way that he was speaking to me. And so I wouldn't say I was combative, but I was standing up for myself in these emails. And the CFO walked in my office and told me to stop creating drama and that I needed to be nice to him. I have not done anything to this man. He just hated me. He hated me because I didn't blindly believe him. Why would I? So he created 2 wireframes for the website, because we were going to redo the website just based on bounce rate, SEO, all this stuff, right? So he created 2 wireframes. I think we paid him like close to 20 grand for it. And then I didn't like his wireframes, right? But we were all gonna come in a meeting one day and choose the winner. So I created a 3rd wireframe and I stuck that puppy in there. And guess whose motherfucker wireframe won? Mine. They chose my wireframe. And that is an example of some shit I shouldn't have done, right? But it's like, I would have just been setting myself up for failure. And the 4th thing is trying to impress anyone at the corporate level. A great example of how I stood up for myself was when I got this job as vice president of marketing. The CFO told me one day, he said, hey, now that you have this job, you should probably get a nicer car because, we have clients here all the time. I was driving a 2017 Hyundai Santa Fe that cost me like $250 a month, and it was a cute little SUV, and I loved it. He said, I got a guy at BMW, don't worry, I'll give you a hookup. And I looked at him and I said, thank you. And I walked away because I'm sorry. No one's getting in my vehicle. I believe my ability to do marketing well has nothing to do with the car I drive. So no, I'm not gonna get into debt to please you.